Houston.
This is Logan.
And this is Riley.
We're here today to talk to you about the 8 bears of the world. What kind of bear do you think this is?
A brown bear.
Yes, it's the brown bear. They live in Europe, Asia, and North America. What kind of bear do you think this is?
A koala bear? A koala bear.
It's actually the panda.
Oh, I knew it.
They live in central China. What kind of bear do you think this is?
A black bear.
Yes, this is one of the black bears. There are 2 black bears in the world. This is one of them. This is the American black bear. They live in North America. This is the second type of black bear. It's called the Asian black bear. They live in Asia, Asia, Japan, and Russia. What kind of bear do you think this is?
I really can't tell because the sun is like always shining on it.
Anyone else?
Oh well, it has black fur, but it's actually called the sloth bear. They live in Bangladesh, Nepal, India, and Bhutan. What kind of bear is this?
Looks like a dog.
Yes, it does look like a dog. It's called the sun bear. It lives in Sumatra and Borneo.
What bear do you think this is?
Polar bear.
Yep, it is a polar bear. The polar bear lives in Antarctica.
What? Yeah, definitely. My brother knows about that.
Now we're going to learn about polar bear cubs.
The bears are good mothers. They dig snow dens to keep her and her cubs safe and warm. When cubs are born, they look like small white rats. Cubs are only 1 pound and 12 to 14 inches when born. Polar bears usually have twins. Newborn polar bears are blind, toothless, and have short, soft fur. Cubs start to open their eyes at 1 month and walk at 2 months. Cubs stay with their mother for 2.5 years and separate and reproduce at 30 months.
Okay, next. And we have to wait.
Go in.
Now we're going to learn about...
Do you want to
About what? Just polar bears. Regular polar bears.
learn about polar bears? The big white polar bear is made to survive in the Antarctic winters. They have soft, fluffy fur, so they can survive and not freeze. Their tails and their ears keep them from having heat loss of any sort. Polar bears have big, blubbery skin, so they can't run very fast. They use their fat for other things like keeping them warm. Their claws can detect brown seals from the icy ground. Their claws can pull 40 to 90 kilograms of seal out of the blue water. They can get hot even when they are in the cold. The polar bears have bumps on their paws to keep them from slipping on the icy ground. Polar bears have 2 layers of fur to keep them warm. That is how polar bears can survive in the cold Antarctica winters.
What did you learn about polar bears?
They have fur.
Yes, they do have fur, but what does the fur look like?
White.
It is white, but it actually is clear. The snow just makes it look white. Next slide, please.
Ow. Ow.
What bear is this?
The grizzly bear?
Yes.
You
grizzly
were about
bear-
to say that.
The grizzly bear lives in North America and Canada.
I've been to Canada. Me too.
Now we're going to learn a little more about grizzly bears.
Oh boy.
So you want to learn about grizzly bears? The grizzly bear is aggressive because it wants to keep its cubs safe from coyotes and other bears. The grizzly bear is a solitary animal, which means they're mostly alone, which is good for them because they get to hide and eat without being disturbed.
The cubs when born are furless, toothless and blind. When they are born they are 1 pound. In a few weeks the baby grizzly is 200 pounds. The grizzly bear is endangered because of loggers and miners cutting the trees and mining their caves. You can now see grizzly bears mostly in conserved areas in Canada, Washington and Montana. There used to be 50,000 grizzly bears in the US. Now there are 1,200 left in the US. The grizzly bear lives in forest trees or in caves. They try to make their homes near rivers so they can catch fish. The grizzly bear cubs stay with their mother for 2 months, then the mother kicks them out and the cubs then have to defend and survive by themselves. The grizzly bears eat wild berries, salmon plants and grass. They mostly eat grass and plants before hibernation. Thanks for watching and please help save the grizzlies.
What did you learn about grizzly bears?
Eat plants and grass.
Yes, they do eat plants and grass, but only before hibernation.
Babies, they only weigh 1 pound, but every year they get to 200 pounds.
Yep. Okay.
The Earth is getting warmer because the sun's rays go into the Earth and it reflects off the water, and the sunlight gets caught by the trees, and the more the sunlight gets caught by the trees, the warmer the Earth gets. The heat also affects the polar bear's habitat. So they have to travel to solid ground to survive. When they travel to solid ground, they meet the grizzly bears. There is a bear called the grolar bear, and it is the 9th bear in the world, and it is combined with the grizzly bear and the polar bear. This is the grolar bear, and it has, as you can see, it has a long neck, and it has a hump on its shoulder, and it has soft but short fur.
I guess they would imagine.
This is the grolar bear. It's a mixed bear cross between a grizzly bear and a polar bear. It's bigger than the polar bear, but has a hump on its shoulders.
These are the 8 bears of the world. But instead of 8, there are now 9. And that 9th bear is the
grolar bear. Any questions?
Okay, now we're going to show you.
Now we are going to show you a live webcam in Alaska of polar bears.
Polar bears.
What's he doing?
Let's see.